Oh my goodness, this nigga's still talking.
Hi, man. How are you doing? Are you having a wonderful time of your life? Is it full of the wonders and blah 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 in the sky? Yeah, I don't know. Hey man, I'm not a singer, bro. I'm a kind of like a podcaster, but I don't. Oh, what was that one nigga? What's the super hot fire say? I'm not a rapper, so don't rap at me. I'm not a podcaster, so don't pod at me. I'm not a podcaster for real. I just be here doing stuff. That was me taking a bite out of yogurt, just like how Batman takes a bite out of crime. Yeah, feel me? Won't lie, I'm not the biggest fan. Like this is a random thing. A lot of this podcast is gonna be random. All right, so I guess we'll call it a no order all chaos type episode. You know, we don't really got too much set up. It's gonna be a no order all chaos episode, but it's about me. It's about me. Okay. And I just want niggas to know. I'm not a really big fan of Greek yogurt, you know? Usually. But this Dannon Light Plus Fit one, this shit's fire. Now, I don't know about, like, the fruits that they use in it. Because it's, like, it's weird. I'll say that. Because it's, like, they put, like, they wrap, I guess, like a fruit type jam type thing. Like, they wrap it with yogurt in the container. So, like, when you open it, you have to mix it. And I don't know if that's, like, helps preserve the fruit in there or something. Or if it's just, like, a nice touch or addition. Because to an extent, I do feel like you kind of want to mix some Greek yogurts, especially depending on how long they've been there, how long they do. My fault. Friendo texted me, but I'll get into a little bit what he texted about, kind of, sort of. As I munch on this yogurt, and yes, I say munch. Right, this yogurt is not just getting slurped; it's getting bitten. Because as I said, there's fruits in here. I guess enough said. This yogurt is good. We like this yogurt. We fuck with this yogurt. This yogurt saved my family. It saved my marriage. Shit. Man, though I know damn near zero of y'all probably seen it, the SAO abridged that one NPC that's just like, we must save my family. And he's the first one that runs away with the teleport crystals. Fucking priceless. What's that nigga's name? Gary. But yeah. Well, this is gonna be a more of a no order all chaos episode, as I said before. But with the topic and focus being more about me, right? You guys never asked me how I'm doing, what I'm feeling in this moment. I don't even know if you guys care about me. And to be fair, I'm not a big talker of myself. All right, like I like to, like, don't get me wrong. I do enjoy talking the shits a little bit. However, I'm not just, I don't just be doing it off nothing, off nowhere, for no reason. Like, it's usually only in a competitive setting. Like, I don't see myself as a general competitor, just trying to compete with people all the time. Like, for example, people be saying, like, I be trying to debate a lot, or I be debating. I'm like, yeah. To me, I just be trying to have the conversation. And I'll say this, my conversation skills are aggressive as if I'm debating sometimes. But that's just kind of like how I developed within my home and family. That's just how conversations end up being taken. Shit, for my for the actual older folk in my family, most of the time, their quote unquote conversations sound like arguments that you can hear from multiple floors. So I like to say that although the apple didn't fall super far from the tree, I think it reached a pretty good distance. Like I think we healed some of that generational trauma. There's still a scar. But it's one step at a time. All right, maybe in the next gen, my kids can fully get rid of that shit. It needs time. But last week I did the episode early and I released it late, unfortunately. So literally, this is what I was supposed to do, and this is why I hate myself for being dumb. What I was supposed to do was I was supposed to go, like, because I had to fly out, obviously. Folk Nem's bachelor party type shit. My fault again. I didn't reply to the text message earlier, so I'm like, let me do that first. But yeah, I don't know, man. I went out. I recorded the joint early, obviously, as I said inside the thing. Like this, usually I try and record on Mondays, kind of give you fresher content, fresher meat. But this time, I kind of flopped on it. And well, I not flopped. I recorded on Thursday because I knew I wouldn't be able to record on Monday because I come back on Monday. And it's just like I don't know. Like I thought that I would have like the time and the energy and the like remembrance to kind of do that shit. I'm trying to, my fault. I was trying to think. Let me not read other things while I'm talking. All right. Let me have my full attention on you guys. Okay? You're the important ones. Besides me, myself, and I, of course. But you guys are fourth place. And I don't think being top 4 is bad. All right? Maybe 5. Maybe y'all are 5. But hey, I don't think being top 5 is bad per se. You know? I think it's actually pretty entertaining. Not entertaining. Fuck, man, I suck with words right now. And y'all niggas just gonna have to deal with me. That's why I said it's no order. That's why I said it's all chaos. But like, I was just busy, I guess, during the whole trip. And I just didn't remember. Then when I really remembered, I was like, fuck. Now I gotta do this. And when I got to do it, it was like plane had landed. I was basically doing everything off my like hotspot while I was getting driven back from from the airport, because I also had work that I had to go to like pretty soon after landing. So it was like I did all of that shit in the car, fucking put it out, ended up being like an hour late, and then here we are with that podcast. And I'll be honest, I didn't think it was like a great podcast. I didn't think it was like phenomenal or nothing. I felt like I kind of spoke into the air with that one and just kind of let it be. This one is gonna be more like that, but I feel like I won't be in a rush. Last time I felt like I was definitely in a rush, because literally, I think I flew that day, and somebody had one of my homies that went with me had an earlier flight, and I told him I was gonna grab him, and my plan was like I grab him, everything in my shit is packed, I just work on a whole bunch of shit while I'm in the airport. And while that was the plan, I fucking suck, and I forgot my ID at home. So I had to go back, and there was just like an unworldly amount of traffic on the way back. So like that 30, maybe 40-minute ride turned straight into like a fucking hour plus of having to come back. Used up a whole bunch of gas because I let my sister drive me, but I let her use my car. At least for the first trip. Then my other sister drove me, but I let her use my car because I was like, yeah. So because I already knew gas could be a thing and whatnot. And I was like, especially and like thankfully since we had to go back and forth, it was just better. But jeez, it was just like I was just unprepared. Fucking, I got to Seattle and I realized that like one of the things or like a set of like clothing that I thought I had packed, I didn't even really pack. It was like my sleep clothing, and because of that, it made me have to wear my regular clothing to sleep, and I sweat when I sleep sometimes. Like that first night, even though it was kind of cold, funny enough, like I was sleeping on the floor, I sweat a little bit, so I had to like disrobe on my shirt and my pants a little bit because I was like, God damn, I don't want to like sweat through my shit that I plan to actually wear. It's so unfortunate. So we're over there. It was a nice trip overall. I'm not going to say too much or do too much. Maybe on a future podcast, we'll have some of the people who went. We can kind of talk about it a little bit more then. But I guess I'll have some anecdotes. Like some little snippets that I'll like mention. So one thing is that like the homie that we went there for, a homie that lives in the area over there that we flew out to. He was saying like he started like we were talking and he was like, "Yo, so this is one taco place and it's so good." Like, and he's like hyping it up, and not to say like he was hyping it up for like 5 minutes. Like it was maybe like 30 seconds to a full minute of like hyping it up a little bit, and then this nigga like ends the like hype session with, "It's better than Taco Bell." Like this nigga is exclaiming about how good this taco place is, and he ends this sentence with, it's better than Taco Bell. Now, luckily, I wasn't the only one that was there that heard that. One of our other friends, other homie, he was there too, and we both were like, and we both just immediately started laughing because it's like better than Taco Bell. Taco Bell is like I would never like go to one of my friends and recommend a burger place and be like, yeah, it's better than McDonald's. It's better than Burger King. Like, nigga, I hope so. Like, I hope so. Like, I didn't want you to recommend me something and it's just as good as one of the fast food restaurants that niggas be getting diarrhea from sometimes, And of course, it's not each and every franchisee that gives the diarrhea, but still, it's like it's the thought of it. Like you couldn't like, and to be fair, I can't name that many taco spots. I feel like I've been to a okay amount. I can only name like two. It's like Taco Bamba. Tony. I don't even know. Oh, Taco World. I don't know if I'll say that's like great though. You know? But I like it was just a crazy like way to phrase something or like to acknowledge the greatness of something. Like imagine you've never seen LeBron. All right, and congratulations on the GOAT for hitting 40K points, with the spin move, but lost to Jokic and the Nuggets. That nigga Jokic with the somber shuffle. The Sombat shuffle, whatever the fuck that shit's called. That nigga be hitting those fucking whatever the fuck it shots over AD every fucking time. I know AD's sick. Hits, shot over AD. Jokic hit shots. But it's like if somebody is talking to you and you've never seen LeBron, right? And you never seen LeBron, it's like you can't talk about how great LeBron is and be like, yeah, he's better than I want to say Scottie Pippen, but I want to put it somebody even lower tier. What was it? Justice Winslow? Is that the point forward S guy that was on the Heat for a while? Oh, is he on the? Oh, he's on the Trailblazers right now still. I won't lie, I thought they got rid of him. But hey, glad he's able to still maintain his spot in the league. But yeah, like Justice Winslow, like you don't bring up LeBron and then be like, yeah, LeBron's so great, he's better than Justice Winslow, just because they're both like 6'10" point forwards. Like that's crazy to me, man. Oh, this nigga in the G League? A month ago, Justice Winslow went off for a career high 31 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. Dang, bro. You're not looking like the guy I once knew. The possible point guard for the Heat. Playing in a LeBron after a post-LeBron system. Pre-Butler, too. Real quick, I am going to watch this highlight of Jokic hitting this shot over AD because Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh, he's ahead of the free throw. Oh my, 1 foot. And it's like he be banking it, he be swishing it. It's just goddamn. Anything he does, it's just. This guy he's just hitting them bitches. And this one it was 86-85 in the third, almost end of the third quarter. And jeez, bro, Denver just as a team has like a crazy fucking like it's like reminiscent of the Warriors back in the day. Except I wouldn't like Warriors. It felt like they were exclusively doing their runs in the third quarter. Denver feels like they can do a run at any time, but especially when they're closing up the games like around the fourth quarter. Interestingly enough, Tuesday, March 4th or 5th, they're going against Nuggets. No, my fault. The Nuggets are going against the Suns. And then on Thursday, March 7th, Nuggets are going against the Celtics. So those are two like marquee games. I'm gonna definitely try and watch like the Thursday one at least. I'm definitely trying to clean up my schedule for that. But if I can, cause like if I can do that, that'd be fucking great. Cause you know I'm a Celtics fan. And speaking of the Celtics, you see how we almost blew, we almost had Golden State down like 50 and a half. Like 50? Shout out B-Souls, man. Last time they were beating us, they were raining down threes. Now we beat them, we were raining down threes. And it ain't so fun when the rabbit got the gun. B-Souls is like is what like, was it Bill Simmons? Who's like the super duper Celtics homer? I don't know. I don't think it's Bill Simmons. Is it? Bill Simmons' favorite team. Oh yeah, I guess he is the Celtics homer. Be like hating on the Celtics half the time. Which is like a lot of Celtics homers, to be fair. Like he's my at least I won't say my generation's. That nigga's not even too much older than me, to be honest. I think he's like, I don't think he's older than my brother, who's like 28. Well, yeah, 27 technically right now. I don't think he's 20. I think he's like 26, so he's basically that age. But but like he's just old enough where it's like, oh yeah, he's the guy who I go to for actual good, not just Celtic news, just regular basketball stuff. Honestly, I enjoy his takes. I don't think he ever like is really too egregious unless like he is obviously having fun with it. Which I enjoy. Sometimes you don't even gotta think something bad about or like have egregious take about a player until somebody else just brings it out of you. Like me and my animosity towards Devin Booker. Actually, I have no issues with Devin Booker for real. But the homie was all like Devin Booker over Devin Booker over D Mitch. Low key, can we bring the conversation back? Let's look at Donovan Mitchell's stats this season versus Devin Booker's, and I will count availability. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that a little bit later. Just in case isn't the nigga who knows who he is watching. We can talk, man. We can talk. But hey, one person's carrying his team to the second seed. The other guy, I don't even know where the Suns are in the standings. I think they might be. Are they top 8 yet? Yeah, definitely top 8 because 9 and 10 is Warriors. I'm trying to. I think they're 7. Am I right? Yep, Suns are 7 as of now. Kings are 6. Mavericks are 8. So yep. Oh wow, I'm so good at this. Timberwolves and Nuggets are tied, and both of them are only half a game out from the Thunder for the first seed. Wow, Clippers is 3 games back. Pelicans are like 3 games further back from the Clippers. So it's like I feel like the Clippers have like solidified that portion of the 4th seed for the most part. Let me see. There's still like 20 games left. 20. Oh wait. Yeah, it should be about 20 games left. So obviously that can change. I'm not sure if it will. I'm not pressed for it to. Kinda like the only people who I want to see move up a little bit in the standards are the Mavericks. But that's just because I'm a Kyrie fan. Kyrie! But yeah, it's just very interesting that the Celtics were able to do that to the Warriors, who everybody who was saying, just be careful the Warriors, they're dangerous. Alright. Now I will admit, the Warriors dug themselves out of a hole that would have probably cost them the play-in, but it wasn't like they were doing crazy. I want to say, let's say we do it a little bit, like after the Warriors lost that overtime against the Hawks, they won against a Nets team, Embiidless 76er team, a Pacer team that I'm not. Was Tyrese Halliburton even back? This was before All-Star break. Tyrese Halliburton playing 20. Well, to be fair, it was a blowout. So, but Tyrese only had 1 rebound, 11 points, or 11 assists. Wow, 11 assists is crazy in 26 minutes, but 5 points. So I don't think he was being aggressive, especially most likely due to the injury that he had, I know, going into the All-Star break. But, let me see. Gotta go back to the Warriors. So they beat the Pacers. Who else did they beat during that stretch? They beat the Suns by 1, which is a good game. Suns, although, have also been underperforming, at least to what I thought they would be. Part of that is, like, they haven't really had all 3 of them together, but I felt like they should still be a little bit better. I guess it was like the Kings are weirdly good. Like, they're good, but they don't feel like anything special. Like, they're just there. They beat the Jazz. They lost to the Clippers. And they beat the Jazz again. And they beat a LeBron-less Laker team. And they beat a Hornets team. And they lost to the Nuggets. Another, like, good contending team. Just like the Clippers. Who, they can't seem to beat anybody in the top 4. At least in the West. In the East, they beat a Knicks team that the Knicks are like up there. They don't have their whole team. Like the Knicks are supposed to be a deep team, which is going to be interesting when you consider Tom Thibodeau's like coaching style, which he likes running a few guys like heavy amount of minutes. Because it's like, how do you do that well enough with a deep team like what they gave him? But I guess that's a little bit more besides the point. They beat the Raptors. And then 88-140 Celtics. And you know, I don't always do this, right? But let's listen to what Steph Curry has to say.
When you have a creative idea and it doesn't work and you're taking the ball out of the basket and they're hitting, 10 threes in the first quarter, like that's what we used to do to teams. And it's kind of demoralizing, especially on the road.
Stop talking about old shit, old man. It's a new era.
When, a shot that you're comfortable giving up or whatever the case is, they're taking advantage of it. So then you feel like you have to play home run basketball on the other end to try to make it up. And that's where the momentum shift just kept going their way. And it seemed like then every little play goes their way and you look up and you're down freaking 40. So it's one of those nights.
It's one of those nights, huh, Steph? It's one of those nights, huh, Steph? Now look, I respect you a little bit, Mr. Curry. I even acknowledge you for getting that chip, even though it was on my lovable Boston Celtics. Yeah. However, what type of game plan was it to just let JB shoot? That nigga ate y'all up like chicken noodle soup. And slurping y'all niggas off the spoon, bro. Nigga gave y'all 3 servings. Went 3 for 3 at the start from 3, bro. Stop playing with my mans. He ain't no Josh Giddey. He ain't no Josh Giddey. Nigga. And what I will say, the issue with the Celtics is that I feel like they viewed be having like shit circled on the calendar too much. Like I think it was last year, funny enough, against the Warriors. They also had them circled on the calendar, and they just made so many mistakes, and then they lost the Warriors in the regular season because of that. But ultimately, I feel like it was worth it. Like it was worth me seeing. I didn't watch too much of it. I'll say this: I don't really enjoy watching blowouts that much. I don't think most people do. Obviously, kind of gets rid of the competitive feel, the ability to shit talk. Cause it's like, obviously, like if I, as a Celtics fan, I can keep on shit talking until the cows go moo or whatever the saying is. But like, it's just not that fun anymore when the other side ain't really like participating that much. Of course, I'm still gonna do it. Don't get me wrong. All right, I would never miss a chance to come to my enemy's funeral and laugh and enjoy myself. Maybe even take their moms out. All right, see how she's feeling. See what she's trying to do. Trying to get into. But like, it's just blowouts aren't fun. Blowouts aren't fun. Real quick, because I did say I was gonna mention it and whatnot. We will talk about these current stats. For Devin Booker and D. Mitch. I'm not gonna go super in depth. It's all right. I'm not pressed for either one being better, to be honest, as of right now. Anyways, funny enough, this nigga Devin Booker has actually played more games than D. Mitch already. But all right, it's only a 3-game difference. But D. Mitch is averaging 28 points on 47% shooting, on 37% shooting from 3, 5.4 rebounds, and 6.2 assists with 1.8 steals. Devin Booker is averaging 27.5 points on 49% shooting, on 37.9% shooting from the 3, 4.6 rebounds, and 6.8 assists, with only about 1 steal per game. So I feel like you can actually make the argument for either or this year. Because while I guess some people might ding, this dings that you can do for either one. As a whole, I feel like Donovan Mitchell has a better built team for him and around him, while the Suns aren't necessarily that type of team, unless what puts them over the edge, and I feel like it's usually been seen already, is when all 3 of them are on the floor together and they can play and they're all relatively healthy. I will say, didn't Devin Booker hurt his ankle recently? How is it? Yeah, Devin Booker injury. Devin Booker ankle injury could put the Suns in a difficult position. Suns get worrisome injury update on All-Star guard. Phoenix is rating a different spot, holding the number 7 seed. And Freddie Brutal. Yeah, no, I don't see him suiting up Thursday if that's their next game. But O'Neal also got an ankle injury. I didn't know they both got it in the same play though. I actually didn't watch that game. Let me watch the injury occur again. Seen like a clip of it already, but never really seen the watching it. It was against the Rockets too. He just falls over. I don't even know what happened to Royce O'Neal. Was it like, oh, okay. So Devin, oh yeah, I feel like they injured each other, bro. It was like they both clipped each other. I don't know like what exactly the angle is because you can't really see it from here, but they both essentially both their ankles clip each other. Dog, they both rolled back from it at the same time. God damn. Damn, he didn't even talk to nobody. He was just like, yeah, nah, we out. Bro just said, we out. We're not. No, this is. Okay, yeah, so Devin Booker extends his foot to get a little bit better defensive position on Van Fleet. Just in case he did go left. And then Royce O'Neal, his foot is still kind of there. And they just clip each other. I don't know what Bradley Beal's like timeline and everything is for him, but he's definitely gonna have to play that replacement. I do think it's crazy how like now like every team KD is going to, these niggas just keep getting hurt. Maybe that's just like the likely something that's likely, sort of. Well, to be fair, these are freak injuries. The Kyrie one, where he landed on Giannis, was also kind of like a freak injury. In terms like Giannis shouldn't have really even been like directly under, but if you're just thinking about it like that, yeah, I'm just like maybe that nigga curse. He got the snake curse. All right, he got this. Someone had the snake know me, and they bit him, and they got like the curse venom in him. So now he's just like he got that curse energy, but he don't know how to domain expand, type shit. I don't even watch Jujutsu Kaisen. That could have been the reverse one, but hey, you can't kill me now. Like they be doing to them. Are they demons in Jujutsu Kaisen? What are they? Failed exorcists? I don't know, man. Man, oh man. I will say I am tired. I was definitely been putting in work. Another anecdote, kind of about the trip. All right, I'm gonna say this. All right, it's not worth it if you have a bad knee to put on a shoe that is smaller than your size. All right, especially if you're going to then walk on something that's uneven, such as gravel, rocks, or snow. It's gonna be a bad time. What's that one South Park meme character? If you don't wear shoes that are right size, you're gonna have a bad time. I just know that like the meme joint was like him on like some snow shit, so I guess it's fitting for this conversation. But jeez, I just I felt like I fucked up my knee even more, and I'm just now trying to like knee and ankle. Honestly, like I was feeling better before. Now it's like back to It is this feeling. And perhaps it's just possibly like me being sore as well. I've been putting in a little bit, or I had been putting a little bit more work in before going on the trip, especially for my leg, because I was like, I don't know if we're gonna be walking around, biking, doing whatever, but I was like, I definitely want to make sure that shit's in. But it is what it is, you know. All right, let's get into some like some like regular posts. I gotten back on the social media stuff. Technically, I joined back today, March 4th. I decided to give it extra days because those days, obviously, like podcasting, it was 4 extra days. It wasn't that much, but yeah, I gave it some extra days. Just because I felt like it, to be honest. I forgot I didn't even have Twitter downloaded on my phone anymore, to be completely honest. I thought it was still downloaded on my phone. Then, like, when I tried to go to the app, it wasn't there. I was like, oh, shit. But to be fair, if I had ever opened it, it was just on my computer, so it made sense. Let me see. Blackhawks versus the Avalanche. Alright, so this is one crazy fucking thing. It was... So these, like... There's this, like, I guess, Asian people. I don't know if they're in, like, what country they're in right now or what, or it's, like, in America. But the caption for the video on Twitter, anyways, is, these Asians got a fake black man to help sell fake Jordans. And it's literally like, they're showing, there's a black guy in the background, and it's literally like a fake black guy mask. Like, he pulls up closer. Oh my gosh, and they're taking, I want to see 54. This nigga Tyler spamming, I want to see 54. The breath control is impressive. Y'all going buy some fake shoes, LOL. Oh my gosh. It geeked me because somebody said this nigga looked like Kanye too. I won't lie, I kind of saw it. Like, even before I saw that nigga say that, I kind of thought about it. I was like, Jesus Christ. What if that really is like supposed to be like a Kanye mask? Jeez, bro. I wouldn't even know what to say at that point. Like, I don't even like. This is one of those like casual, like, it's not hurting nobody type of racism type shit where it's like, it's just kind of baffling, honestly. Like, how do you even get like the idea to like fucking do this? Like, what made you think? Like, mind you, his hands are still like, those are white, pale Asian hands. Those aren't a black guy's hands. He didn't even wear black gloves. Like, bro wasn't even committed to the part. For real. Like, goddamn. And I'll say this, bro. You can buy high tops and whatnot. I think it's weird. Like, I'll say, like, I don't think it's weird to buy fake stuff per se. I do think it's kind of weird. Just buy different shoes. I don't know. You don't think like there's other sneakers that look good? I guess, like, to be fair, in this society, all right, niggas won't even like get something that's like looks like it's fake Jordans or some shit, and niggas will still call them fake Jordans because they're a similar shape and whatnot. So I guess there's no real way of winning, huh? Sad world that we live in, bro. Sad world. But hey, bro, can't knock the hustle, man. It's way too strong. So your fake ass Jordans on fucking So your fake Nikes and Jordans, bro. At least they're custom to an extent too, so I don't hate. Or at least I think those are custom. It'd be crazy if those are actually like to be and like those the 54 ones. I think those are actually like how, I believe those are Retro Force. Are those Retro Force? Retro Force. Yeah, it's literally I think this exact colorway. If I'm looking at it properly, Air Jordan 4s. My internet is loading. It's loading. It's loading. But yeah, the next thing, I guess it was like an explosion as a gas station. I don't even know what Volgograd city is. Where the fuck is Volgograd city? It's in Russia. Of course, there would be a petrol explosion in none other than Mother Russia. Oh, Alexa, cancel. Yeah, nigga had a timer set up to time shit and shit, you know? You feel me? But what was that one nuclear power plant explosion, Russia? Chernobyl. That's what it was. Yeah. I looked it up, or when I was about to type in Russia, they said Japan. So some Fukushima, what was that, 2011? Because I'll say this. I've always heard people talk about Chernobyl. I don't ever really hear people talk about Fukushima. Well, I'm going to compare it with Chernobyl real quick, because fuck it. We're plant explosion, Russia. If we compare it with the Chernobyl disaster of 1986. Alright, so real quick, there was one confirmed death from radiation, lung cancer 4 years later, and 2,202 from evacuation. Non-fatal injuries, 6 with cancer or leukemia, 16 with physical injuries due to hydrogen explosions, 37 with physical injuries, and 2 workers hospitalized with radiation burns. And it displaced 164,000 local residents. Versus Chernobyl, 2 people were killed by debris, including 1 missing. 28 were killed by acute radiation sickness. 15 terminal cases of thyroid cancer with varying estimates of increased cancer mortality over subsequent decades. So this one is obviously worse. This one, like the other one, like Fukushima, it told me like deaths, non-fatal injuries, and the people displaced. It showed me that immediately. But fucking the Chernobyl one, like on the little like, I don't even know what it is. Would it be a key? Little joint that's on the side, shows a little picture and all that other shit. I don't know if it would be a key or like an important facts like joint. But this one it refers me to a whole different page in where it's like that's due to Chernobyl accident or disaster. So I don't even like if you make a whole nother wiki article for that, then yeah, bro, you got it. I'm not even gonna fight with you, bro. It's all you. It's all you. I wonder. There was like an anime. I feel like I don't even think I watched it all. Was it called Needless? Needless. It's a Japanese manga series written, illustrated by Kami Imai. It was serialized by Shueisha. With chapters. I need more of like what was about. Well, no, if this was made in 2009, then I don't think it would be this. I felt like there was like a show or anime that I thought was made around the time, and essentially it was like people get powers because of a nuclear like. Actually, no. I think it might have been this, but this one probably was an asteroid. I think I mixed it up with a completely different show. So, but I was thinking that like these like essentially the people in the anime got powers because of the radiation that came from like it created a new species. Um Plot summary. In the near future, mankind has suffered from a third world war, leaving okay, so it was nuclear type stuff. Leaving extreme damage all over and forced mankind to become even more distinct from their species. The world was at chaos, and from this chaos comes a new species, needless. The needless are humans who contracted a disease, as humans may call them, and allow them to wield extraordinary powers far superior to any mankind. Their abilities include telekinesis, elemental powers, gravity control, adaptation, radioactive release, and all manners of scientific impossibility. I didn't finish it though. I can't even tell you why. It just really wasn't it for me. Who knows if it's actually like it has a 4.5 or 3.5 stars, not 4.5, 7.2 on my anime list on Mal. So it's definitely should be solid. Just don't know about great. But going back to what I was saying about the Volgograd city. Honestly, they should just get rid of the city part. They should just call it Volgograd. But this video is fucking hilarious because you just see like you see the two like lanes, like one people that's just naturally coming like away from the explosion, people who go towards it, and the moment these niggas see an explosion, all of them fucking all the people who are going towards it fucking stop. And I think the funniest is the nigga that like he goes across the median. The median was just white paint type shit, so it wasn't like a real median. But he goes across the median to do a U-turn. That's the smartest shit. Because there's no way I'm going towards that explosion, all right? If I have work, nigga, I'm saying there's too much traffic to get there. That's why I wasn't able to come. There was a whole explosion. Roads are blocked. I'm making hella excuses. All right. And look, I don't know what happens in Russia if you miss work. And look, it might depend on what his job is, but Jesus Christ, bro. Nah, bro. That don't even look like a regular petrol station explosion. That looks like 3 petrol stations and like the oil and like the fuel must have been shooting upwards type shit. Cause god damn, that shit's huge. That shit low key got the little mushroom cloud from all those like cartoon explosions. Like, damn, bro. That nigga's smart. Smart U-turn. Smart U-turn indeed. I don't blame him. I guess one of the... I can talk about a few other things. I heard that, surprisingly... And I feel like I haven't really talked about this show that much. Solo Leveling episode 7.5. I'm assuming it's like a weird recap episode, but apparently it is the most disliked Crunchyroll's most disliked anime episode of all time, or it's among it. Let me see. All right, the external article. Solo Leveling just set the worst record on Crunchyroll. Solo Leveling is setting records, just not the ones anyone wants at the minute. A recent episode managed to set a standard on Crunchyroll. The show creative team might be hoping to get usurped before too long. As one of the anime hits of the year, Solo Leveling has garnered a large dedicated fan base already. You have the massive audience from Chugong's manhwa, which I'm a fan and I read to a decent port. Up to like the United States arc. Like he returned from the United States in that arc, which was a huge export. And then the fans who jumped on because of how captivating Sung Jin-woo's narrative has been. To be fair, I don't think the narrative itself is captivating. I think it's just edgy, cool shit. I'm going to be a part of it. But hey, just saying. Within just a few weeks, it was clear that this would be one of the biggest anime shows of the year, if not one of the best. After episode 7, it was revealed we were getting a recap episode in order to give the production team a break as they continue animating the manhwa's chapters. Fans didn't love this change, leading to a spot of review bombing. At the time of writing, Soul Leveling episode 7.5 has managed to receive the most bad ratings of any episode of anime on Crunchyroll. Currently, the episode resides at over 62,000 dislikes compared to under 29,000 likes. Jesus, that's a rough ratio. That's more than double. More than double. Going off of that, there are a couple reasons here. The first is that people are annoyed at getting a recap episode so early in the first season. It seems pointless to a lot of viewers and just disrupting their viewing. I agree, but I don't know if there was this, like, and to be fair, I will say a lot of anime don't get the recap episode right. And I don't agree with all animes doing a recap episode. But Mash Lee did a recap episode. I don't remember it getting this much hate. Let's go to Mash Lee real quick. Let's go to Mash Lee real quick. Mash Lee, Magic and Muscles. Because I like and I'll say this, the Mash Lee one, they did it right. Like, it's one of the better recap episodes that I myself had watched. Yeah, 22.1k likes to only 17.1k dislikes. Almost like a little bit over a 1-to-1. But reading the comments, recap episodes shouldn't exist. Why recap the season? It's only been 6 episodes. What the fuck? Mash is so strong, he actually made Crunchyroll crash. Crunchyroll just tweeted, spent the server money on escorts and so apparently there might have been a crash when this episode dropped. 0.5 recap episodes, the worst things in anime. 6.5, no. My Home Hero with the wrong subs for a whole day. Vinland Saga with no subs for at least 30 minutes. Mashley, CR crashing. CR Premium is a paid product. All filler, total waste of an episode. I really mean, why do you need a recap after? I will say it depends. Mashley anime studio. Because the other thing is, like, I don't know if there's like, yeah, A1 Studio. I don't know, man. I feel like nowadays it feels like a lot of studios are putting out a lot of things. So it just makes it like feel hard. Sorted by newest. Like, let's look at all the newest things from A1. So funny enough, A1 is also doing Solo Leveler. That one had a 7.5. I would actually, like, now that I'm looking at it, I don't know if they did too much of and that many anime this year. Oh, they did the Kaguya-sama. Did they do Kaguya-sama? Yeah, they do Kaguya-sama. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I can't hate. Guess I cannot hate. But there wasn't any recap episodes in Incog. Yeah, they did Licorice Recoil. Wasn't any recap episodes in that. Yeah, they're just kind of weird with it. I will say it feels like it's gotten more common. And I understand the idea of like giving them a break. My thing is that do you think fans prefer a recap episode versus just a week off? Like that's the thing for it, I guess. Dude, like as a fan, would you like me personally, I don't care cuz I'll just like a recap episode means I'm taking a week off. Like I feel like they're like animators and whatnot are usually salary. It's not like they're gaining money from this. So I don't know. Obviously, like the continuation of their jobs and whatnot can be like dependent on this, but like I feel like Staples like A1 and I don't. I feel like Aniplex is more of a publisher, but like Staples like A1 Studios. Dang, what is the one that did Attack on Titans and Jujutsu Kaisen? I'm fucking Mappa. What is the one? What is the old one that did What was the old one that did Kyoto Animation, Toei Animation with One Piece, Madhouse. Madhouse is a great one. Studio Bones. Yup. Uh, Toei. Yeah, I already said Toei. Studio Ghibli. I feel like they mostly do movies. Yeah. Oh yeah, Studio Period. That was the one that did Naruto and some other ones too. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know how I feel about recap episodes to be honest. Like I feel like they obviously it does seem kind of scummy when you just do it early in the season. I don't think it takes away too much. I do feel like anime fans in general have gotten a little bit too like rambunctious nowadays, but I feel like that's like all fans, or at least it feels like that way. Whereas a little bit less like gratefulness or like love for the actual like art and whatever, like the idea of it. There's just kind of like it's a binging culture, unfortunately, and that's just where we live. And with anime already being something that's like more of a weekly thing, people are just like on that type of timing. And like on that like type of binging run through culture, there's like a lot of things against Persona 3 Reloaded. It's essentially like Persona 3 that came out, I think it came out like PS3 era, honestly. I played through some of it. I never finished it, but I love the game. That's one of the reasons I got Persona 5. I've never played Persona 4, but I played 3 and 5, and those are like great games. I actually enjoy turn-based games for the most part. I don't hate them. To an extent, I grew up on them, so turn-based RPG-esque games. Like, although I didn't play through all of Final Fantasy VII, for example, that and some of the other Final Fantasy games and things of those nature are just always like prevalent for me. So I kind of just always enjoyed them. But there's like this weird controversy thing, and I can't even see the original because somebody like blocked it. But essentially, it was them playing Persona 4, and when they were playing Persona 4, they were upset because um, the enemy could see them. Or no, the enemy. So in Persona games, not only are so you can like surprise attack the enemies, And when you surprise attack the enemies, you get an advantage, which means you attack first. If the enemy essentially attack you or surprise attack you, they go first. And that's an important thing, especially if you're under leveled in Persona, because you want to have the advantage. And what he was complaining about was and this is I'll say the issues that people ended up pointing out later. Unfortunately, I don't have because the nigga made it unavailable to view the post because account owner limits who can view their post, right? Because they're pussy. But yeah, it's called being ambushed, not surprise attacked. But essentially, if the protagonist dies, you lose the game. And I'm pretty sure it's like that for a lot of other like games that are kind of similar. Like I think even Fire Emblem, which is a little bit less similar, just because it's more of a tactics-based movement one too. But like even with Fire Emblem, it's like if the main character, like, because that's your protag, to an extent, you want to like always like keep them safe, but they usually have the best attack, defense, and versatility in the game. So like you can switch personas, so you can have a healing persona, you can switch personas, so you have like an elemental advantage, or the enemy has an elemental disadvantage against you. So their attacks sometimes either don't work, are reflected, or just are weakened. But basically, like, it was shown that this nigga not only just gets, like, he gets ambushed. It's like he gets ambushed. He was under leveled. And it didn't seem like he was, like, properly, like, prepared. Like, and then this nigga was all like, this other person's enemies getting an extra action upon hitting a weakness also has to go. Just don't get ambushed. I don't think getting a game over because one ambush is a good game design. And mind you, this is my issue. All these people who don't know game design, all these people who don't fucking understand, like, and like don't know media and everything, they always have some extra shit to say and say, no, this is why it's a bad design. I don't know. Look, I'll say this. Well, actually, TTRPG developer. What is TTRPG? Tabletop. I'm sorry. We are not going to go down this route. What is Burning Hearts Forever? I'm just going to read this 10 post Reddit thread from 3 years ago. Looks interesting. Is the idea of hearts? Can you basically play out everything from Persona to Sailor Moon to Evangelion? I haven't read it yet, but it seems like that's what the description implies. I'm just looking at this tabletop game at this point. Well, look, I will give it to the person. They probably do know a good amount of game design, like basic game design, specifically for tabletops, for that. But I'm not, like, the point of like ambushing and doing the ambush is to add the extra like flavor in the game, so people are more invested, so you can go and be more forward with the enemy. Especially since like this is a turn-based encounter-based game. I think even in Pokemon, if a Pokemon is encountered, who goes first? who attacks first. Okay, it's the turn by speed stat. Which I'll be honest, I've seen that I've seen that being used when I was like interested in developing my own turn-based game. I definitely was thinking more of using a speed stat than having it be a regular turn-based game. However, I don't know, it's just so weird to like hate on it. And like they're saying, I don't think getting a game over because of one ambush is good game design. And like again, I don't know how much you played of 3, and I think 4 had it as well, but like when you're in the dungeon and you spend too long in the dungeon, there's something that's literally chases you that's like instant death. And that its sole purpose is essentially ambushing you. So it's like I don't know, man. Like I don't think you can say that it's bad. Like it. Well, he didn't say it's bad. He said, "I don't think it's good game design." Okay. And essentially, someone else like quote tweeted and said, "Bad game design is when I lose. Good game design is when I win." And that's essentially what like they're saying, because it's like it's not like they make it hard for you to not get ambushed. Like it's not like the monsters can just see you easily. You can hide from corners and everything. You can actually usually get away from them, if I remember. And like you can attack them while they're. It's not like they just see you and it's immediately ambushed. No, you can attack them while they're walking up to you, and it just negates either like the ambush aspect of it, and it puts you guys on even grounds. Like there's like ways that you can like essentially counter it or like negate it. And yeah, and this is the other thing. Like I remember I was talking to one of my friends actually recently, and we were talking about Elden Ring, and he was like, it reminds me of games where it's like it actually felt like you were challenged and you were punished for things. And yeah, that's when he was talking about Elden Ring, and it's like, yeah, that's kind of what Persona is too, where it's like, yeah, it's one of the easier games, to be completely honest, because you can over level. You can essentially switch personas out throughout the entire game. You can go and switch your party out within the dungeon for the most part. So it's like I've like literally gotten people to low health, switched them out for people who had high health, and then continued my dungeon run. They give you copious amounts of items. It's hard to actually run out of the money if you're doing things properly. Like as a like game, like there's so many things that like can help your gameplay that it just doesn't like make sense to me. That we're complaining about these things. So I just don't agree. More complaints. The new Final Fantasy VII came out, or second part, and this nigga says, "I'm ready to quit. This is unacceptable. You jump into a full body of water. There's no precipitation on cloud. Wow. Bone dry. It's PS5 only. It's 2024. SMH." And honestly, look, I don't really care. I feel like I don't even know. Like, is this nigga an Xbox fan? I don't like. It's cool to see the extra detail given to things, but I don't care. I don't care that they made a game that used to be just turn based, that used to just be like linear. Like I don't care that the rendition of it, they don't like the fact that they let you swim in the water, but they don't fucking hold you to the point. They don't wet his clothes. I don't think that fucking matters. I don't like my gameplay isn't decided by that. Like just like how I think it's stupid how people were talking about Spider-Man needed a fucking train system. And the reason why I want to talk about this is like, I was just surprised that Your Rage like replied, and he said, if this is an Xbox game like usual, everyone would be agreeing with you. But it's PlayStation, so they on your ass. What Xbox game do niggas care about this for? I'm like, I wanna. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I see one of his replies, he has the most dog shit takes ever. Has he always had bad takes, or because the game is good and your guys' best games are mediocre at best, so people have time to give a. So those 3 quote retweets. One of them saying it was just a bad take. Another one that like kind of explained the take a little bit more, but it was a little more aggressive. And then the original guy who's like, we know how this thing goes. I'm just gonna quote retweet it and be like, and be completely honest with you. It's like, what? Like, cause like, what Xbox game are you referring to? Cause like, I don't know what Xbox game, and this is my issue with Xbox niggas. Like, respectfully, niggas, nobody gives a fuck about your y'all. Like, I wanted Starfield to be good. It's not like, and it's not just Xbox's fault. It is game developers not caring about curating a good experience, especially when it comes to open world. It was boring. Y'all didn't have enough shit to do. I'm sorry. Like, I don't even understand what the fucking like idea of this is. And then especially since this is just literally a rendition of when did the original Final Fantasy VII came out? Final Fantasy VII release 1997, buckos. When these niggas were still blocks. Because I don't think most people would care. Rendition. Like, I just don't understand. Like, what do these Xbox niggas always be talking about? Who the fuck cares? Not only that, but again, it strikes me as niggas that don't play JRPGs. Sorry, but I would also argue there's a good amount of JRPGs that don't fucking do that. And my fault that you want to see the fucking water drip down from Cloud's like arm muscles, nigga. Like, goddamn, is that really what you care about? You don't care about the actual gameplay? You don't care about the exploration of the actual city, the actual area? Are you not an actual Final Fantasy fan? And that's okay if you're not. But don't bitch. And then this nigga went into the graphic setting. Mind you, he is on console. You are almost never able to change graphic settings on consoles. They gave him something to do with though. Performance versus graphics. I mean, I seen a little precipitation when he came out. I don't know, bro. Niggas is so hard to please nowadays. Like, niggas want to complain about every little thing. Niggas just can't have anything fucking nice. That's really what it is now. It's like, what the fuck? Somebody quote tweeted, no. I get it. I also want to see the cute little blonde twink come out the water dripping wet and soaked. His wet clothes hugging his lithe frame, the droplets of water dazzling on his smooth ivory skin. And that's what I'm saying, nigga. Like, if you want to do that, then you want to do that. Another reason Nintendo will always reign supreme for me. They actually focus on making their games actually fun to play instead of making them look the prettiest. Yes, I know everyone cares so much about performance for whatever reason. I don't care as long as it's... What is he even talking about? This is him talking about the game looking pretty. Why would precipitation do anything for gameplay and fun? Like, are you like... I'm so confused. Okay, yeah. So they're in agreement with me. They just said it in a weird way when you're quoting. And I love this picture. This is what I seen. Old man yells at Cloud, and it's just they drew a Simpsons Cloud. And they have the little like old man Homer Simpson's dad just yelling at him. Like, jeez. And this is like, and mind you, this nigga, like, I don't know if I read the tweet. This nigga said, I'm ready to quit. This is unacceptable. You jump into a full body of water and there's no precipitation on Cloud. Nigga, I'm ready to quit off of that. You're not going to play the actual fucking game? That's what made you ready to quit? Jeez, bro. Sad times. Sad fucking times. But alright, man. That's the podcast. I'm going to sign out. I'm going to catch y'all later. Stay safe. This is Nah. We just talk.
That was the Just Talking Podcast.